That is right, folks, a Salomon video. You know, I haven't done one of these videos in a very long time, and plus I didn't talk, so I thought it was a great opportunity to start this. Oh, I got a bow. That's awesome. As much as I like to yap about this weapon, since I do love the bow a lot, I need to go back to what I was saying, which is the Salomon video, where, you know, this is the first time I ever did a commentary on a Salomon video, since in my past videos, I never commentary on any video in general. So yeah, I just want to try things out for a bit, and also talk a bit about this game mode, and probably other stuff too. Teammate is down, and I really hate flyfish. I'm gonna toss a bomb at him, and now we gotta save my teammate. Jump over that attack. Don't want to die right here. No, don't want to die right here. With steel eels, I do like to shoot above and try to hit their weak point, and it always fails, but I like to try to see if I can get lucky this time. Ooh, for these enemies, the steelheads, I like to shoot their weak point immediately when it pops out because it looks very satisfying doing so. But, you know, sometimes you do mess up because, you know, I sometimes shoot early. Oh, hey, Moss. Didn't know you were chasing me. Would have put you closer to the base. So, fun fact about me and malls, it usually kills me when there's a bunch of fish around. A horde of enemies. Kind of hard to track malls when there's a bunch of enemies around the place. Another enemy I already mentioned that I don't like is flyfish. Very annoying. I think everyone hates it. Third enemy I don't like is actually the rain, the weird umbrella one that launch ink storm. Don't like it. Too much chip damage, and always usually kills me at the end if I don't, get rid of it. And I guess I have one more enemy that I find it hard to deal with some weapons. It's the little chums. You know, the ones with the spoons. Yeah, those ones always kill me when I don't least expect it. When there's there's like 4 of them, I can handle it, and eventually they actually gang up on me. It's like, oh wait, they're actually kicking my ass. And boom, I'm dead. So yeah, they always catch me off guard sometimes. Anyways, for the second round, we got the carbon roller. I really like this roller ever since Splatoon 1 introduced it with its burst bomb kit. Yeah, I'm one of the many carbon players who likes having a burst bomb since you can do a lot of a burst bomb. Most importantly, poking. And some comboing, but we like doing poking with it. And, you know, in Splatoon 2, they kind of ruined the burst bomb kit a bit more. They gave it auto bomb rush, which, you know, if you know anything about Splatoon 2 and auto bomb rush, it did not work. It was trash. But in Splatoon 3, it redeemed the burst bomb carbon kit by giving us the old classic Splatoon 1 kit, burst bomb and Zuka. In this case, the Zuka's a Tri-Zuka, which, you know, was really broken in the meta at one point. Now it isn't that much, but if you can build a team for carbon, or in general you're just really good at sharking around the place, you can just ruin someone's day just sharking around the place and gain a bunch of chain kills. And that's why this weapon is still good in my eyes. But also Splat Roller is really good because it actually has a good kit. It actually works with this kit unlike other weapons could. And I just wish other rollers can meet the same standard or be picked as often, since I really love the roller class since I mained the Splat Roller. And yeah, I just want to see other rollers be picked more in top level play. You know what? I kind of want to make a tier list for my favorite roller based on order. The top is my favorite and the bottom is my least favorite. But I guess that doesn't make sense since I don't have a least favorite roller. I like all of them. Yeah, let's just do it right now. I kind of want to do it right now. So I am done with the tier list, and now the plan is to put it in the bottom left corner, so you're not gonna be able to see Stu anymore. It's a shame, but yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna try to put both the tier list and the gameplay at the same time. It's gonna be a bit weird since I'm gonna add more tiers into the actual tier list. It's gonna get weird. Big image to the bottom left. To start this tier list off, let's go with my favorite roller, the Carbon Deco. I really don't have to explain much here since already in this video I already talked about how much I love this kit in particular throughout the whole entire series of Splatoon. I guess the only thing I want to add to this weapon is I get very, very pumped when using this weapon, especially when I equip a bunch of swim speed up. And that does it for this tier. So now we're going to move to the next tier. For my second fair weapon, I have trouble deciding between 2 weapons, the gold dynamo and the regular dynamo. So I decided to put both of them in the same tier because I like dynamo a lot. A lot of people like dynamo. I liked it especially more in Splatoon 1 when it was like a powerhouse, very broken. Then they nerfed it there, and then it was still a problem in Splatoon 2 where it wasn't that having, I was having troubles. And it's still having trouble in Splatoon 3 where it has a giant donut still and it has trouble like doing what it wants to do. Thing that helped the Dynamo a lot in Splatoon 3 was a soda buff since it has QR, and that means you can actually play more aggressively with Dynamo and not get punished that badly since you can just stealth jump back and just repeat the whole process again if you could load soda, because other soda weapons actually do a better job than Dynamo. That's the reason why this weapon hasn't seen that much traction compared to other soda weapons. But yeah, Another thing I have to bring up is the Splatoon 1 Echolocator on Dynamo. I think that was the best one out there because you actually get your paint back immediately after using a special, which is a key aspect of Dynamo since, you know, this thing takes a long time to actually recover ink beforehand. And Tacticooler and Super Chunks both do that job, which is really good for Dynamo, but makes this tier list harder to determine which is my second favorite weapon. So I decided to put both Dynamos in the same spot. But personally, I do like the Gold Dynamo more because of Splat Bomb. Good combo tool, 60 damage and boom, someone else can finish them off. Now, as for Super Chumps, I do believe that special needs a couple more buffs to get more out of it. I believe you should be able to squid jump to it to add more, you know, more value from it. But I primarily use Super Chumps as a way to, you know, instantly get my ink tank back. Honestly, I would have been more excited if Gold Dynamo in this game got Booyah Bomb like it's Kenza Kit in Splatoon 2. Would have done more stuff right there and probably would have made it. I don't know. That didn't happen, so let's move on to the next tier. We are now with my fourth favorite weapon, which is a Flingza. I do have to say I was very excited to try out Flingza when it was first showcased, I believe in the first Splatoon 2 Direct. I don't know, don't remember. But I was very excited to try out that weapon because rollers in general got a new attack, the vertical attack, which is very cool because, you know, Splatoon 1 we're only stuck with the horizontal attack. You should, you know, jump or horizontal and that's it. And the vertical flick was add more like changing like strategy right there. Like, oh, I don't have to use my horizontal attack. I can now flick to attack from far away, you know. And we didn't know about that. Like what it did to some roller weapons like Dynamo. That's not really good a way to attack. But we didn't know at that time. It was very cool to see that. And I was like very excited to try out Flingza because actually like, you know, incorporated more of that. Like, hey, if you do the vertical flick, the Flingza will actually paint more. It's like, oh, that's very cool. That means like in my head I was like, oh, that's better than a splat roller. And it didn't turn out to be that way at all, especially for the first kit. It was very not that great. The second kit only got mileage because I actually painted more, so I was able to spam Tenta missiles. In fact, in Splatoon 3, the Flingza kit we got in this game was also doing the same thing, like spamming Tenta missiles, which I didn't like to do that at all. I only stuck with the first kit. But yeah, I just have a warm spot for Flingza because I actually used to use that weapon with my cousin a lot. Whenever we played some turf war matches, I used Flingza, I used Dynamo, and we just destroyed a bunch of people in turf war because I was the only one playing competitive at that time. But yeah, I have a warm spot for Flingza. Let me mention one more thing before we move to the next tier. With the current vanilla kit of Flingza, because we haven't got the second kit, I'm still waiting for that. I did not spam missiles at all. I use it way differently compared to other people, because a lot of people in this meta, back when it was meta, only spam missiles. For me, I like to spam more Ink Mine, because I think that's actually a really good combo tool. Whenever they actually drop down and actually hit my Ink Mine, then boom, I can easily kill them. Or I use it more like a splat roller where I use my vertical flick to actually, you know, make more easier traversal because vertical flick paints a lot, which means you actually have a good movement tool right there, and then you go up to them and strike around the place and boom, you get a kill. So yeah, I play Flames a little way differently, and you want to check that out, I still have those videos up in my channel. For my fifth favorite roller, we have the regular old splat roller. And yeah, a lot of people watching wonder like, what gives? Didn't you main this weapon? Like, shouldn't you put it higher? I mean, yeah, I did bring it to top 500 in Clan Blitz and stuff like that, and I got really good at using it, and you know, had a new appreciation for rollers and what the weaknesses are and their strengths are. Here's the thing though, back in Splatoon 1, the regular roller, this regular splat roller, I did not really like it that much. I prefer the other rollers more. I said it before, I like Dynamo more, and yeah, I like Dynamo in Splatoon 1 a lot. And then they introduced new rollers in Splatoon 2, like the Flingza. I was like, oh, that's a cool gimmick. And Splatoon 3 introduced another new gimmick with a big swig. It's like a lot of paint. It's like, I prefer like rollers with more gimmicks than the actual like regular weapon. I don't know. It's the same thing with Splatter Shot too in Splatoon. I consider that as like the vanilla like Splatter Shot. Like, hey, it's like the splat roller for, you know, shooters. And I prefer the other shooters like Splash-O-Matic or like Forge that have a unique gimmick or you do something different. But yeah, that's just me. That's how I roll. And since we're talking about good old Splat Roller, we have to talk about his second kit, the Crack-On Roller. And yeah, that one's actually a tier below it, the next weapon I like. And the reason why is because I like the regular roller over this, you know, Crack-On roller. And the reason why is because the regular roller has a movement tool, Curling Bomb. And, you know, rollers, some rollers in general, some rollers have an easier time than this. They have trouble getting into places. So if you can't get into places to get close to people, then you're kind of useless. And that's your entire job to do, get close to people. And so Crack-On roller doesn't have like a movement tool or something like that. That's why the Shark around gets some help from teammates. It does have Beacon, which is really good. But yeah, the only thing I guess close to it is actually technically Kraken, but that's actually not really a get-in special. It's not good at doing that. Crab is more for that, but yeah, it just doesn't have that. And I'm not good at Kraken that much, or I am probably, but yeah, I just don't feel confident with using Kraken. And by the way, this is actually the reason why I didn't main Kraken roller, because before I mained the Splat roller, I was testing between these two roller kits, like which one's doing better. Like, I had trouble getting into places with this roller. I'm gonna stick with the Splat roller, and yeah, that's the reason why. That is it for Splat Rolls, but now we're moving to my next favorite weapon that's in the same tier, Big Swig Express. It's a new roller weapon added to Splatoon 3, and it's safe to say I do like this weapon because it has two gimmicks. paints a lot, and destroys objects very quickly. Sometimes one tap them, you actually equip Object Shredder with this weapon really good. Problem is, this weapon cannot fight, which isn't ideal for this current meta since this meta is about fighting a lot. And you know, if you can't fight, they're just going to replace you with another support weapon that could fight, or just replace you with a pencil. And that's it for Big Swig. Now for the next tiers, I'm going to make this very quick. I don't like their kits for Vanilla Carbon and Vanilla Big Swig. That's it. I don't like the kits. And that does it for my favorite roller tier list. Honestly, probably should have made a dedicated video for this, so it doesn't be all cramped in the weird corner. Let me know you want to see more tier lists, honestly. I'm probably going to redo probably the heavy edit, the minigun. See, I call it heavy edit since I've been using heavy edit a lot. Next video should probably be a heavy edit video, or maybe a different type of game. Anyways, let's go back to talking about gameplay again. After my time with Inkjet is up, I see a teammate is down, so I'm going to make my way to go over there, and I'm going to the left side. Okay, never mind. I'm going to go back now. We have enough eggs to win this last round, but we are in a little bit of a pickle. Too much enemies. I'm now gonna use my Inkjet. I'm gonna shoot all y'all down. I'm just having trouble shooting this little steel eel. I'm shooting steel eels, having trouble. I like how Steelhead is just looking at me while I shoot its buddy down. It's very funny. This is the third and final match for Salmon Run. Since if I play too much Salmon Run, I get bored. And I'm only here for rewards. I get that new gear, monthly gear, guys. Here's my problem with Splatoon 3 Salmon Run. I don't find it entertaining like the last game for some reason. And I think it's more on me for playing too much Salmon Run in Splatoon 2. I used to play every day before I get to competitive. And yeah, I think I'm just fatigued of Salmon Run and I need something different, something more. Anyways, for the start of this round, we are using Tri-Slosher, my favorite Slosher. Kid you not, like in Splatoon 2. Very OP at the start of the game. And one thing I like about Tri-Slosher is that it outranges a lot of other close range weapons, making Tri-Slosher the dominant close range weapon, which is going to be very helpful in dealing with the Salmonines. Oh look, a steel eel. Gotta wait for his driver to pop out. Okay, we met the quota. My teammate's down, but it's not a big deal. We just gotta get rid of these little people here, these little bosses, and survive. Steelhead, I'll deal with you later. And yeah. Oh look, it's a salmon lid or whatever it's called, since I don't know. This boss would have been more of a problem. They showed up earlier, since can spawn enemies at that point. But yeah, it's not a big deal now. I have Carbon again, and now since it's low tide, I'm gonna go around and make us paint a circle around the egg basket, like I usually do in Splatoon 2. Gonna paint the left side too to get more movement options, and also maybe I can get some enemies to follow me. I don't think so. Oops, didn't mean to make Steelhead attack. I was trying to paint a bit more. Going to rotate right, and perhaps Steelhead will be closer to the base when I get back. Yep. Okay, 2 teammates down. I'm going to use specials once I get these little eggs inside. They probably should have used special to save their lives. I think a lot of players in Salomon should probably use their specials more often. You're not going to use it all in the 3rd round, but yeah, use your special more often. Okay, we have about, ooh, thank you for that special. Okay, we have about like roughly around 30 seconds left, and that's not a good amount of time to get these eggs in, so I'm going to kill a bunch of these bosses and get eggs in, and hopefully get this objective. Four more eggs. Let me save this person. Boom. Can we get more eggs in? Okay, that's it for round 2, but I have no more special for round 3 since I was trying to save people and save the quota. But I don't think it'd be a problem depending on the weapon I get. Nope, this is definitely not gonna become a problem because I got bow and I'm really good at using bow. And yeah, it's still a little tight, so we should be good if I stick right down here in the middle next to the egg basket. Oh, he's not dead. Let me try that again. Oh my god, they jumping me, help me. Now it's all good. I got it, now I gotta heal. Okay, let me save that person over there, then paint this. Oh wait, never mind, I can just shoot it down. I was waiting for my teammate to shoot that, but it's okay. I'll handle it and let my teammate kill it from behind. Boop, Steelhead is dead. Oh look, a booyah. That's cool. Look, we met the quota. But I'm gonna get this egg in still, and now we're gonna survive, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get more eggs in.